Okay, so get this. What if you had an AI assistant
Okay.
that could, like, not just grab you a coffee, but actually strategize?
Right.
Like, actually strategize like a chess grandmaster
Yeah.
to, like, crush your to-do list.
Yeah.
We're talking agentic AI in this deep dive.
Absolutely.
We've got a ton of articles and expert insights here
Yeah.
to, like, really break down how it's going to, like, totally change things up.
Yeah.
Especially at work, right?
Especially at work, yeah. And I think what's so fascinating about this isn't just like, another step in AI. This is a whole new ballgame. We're moving beyond AI that just responds to our commands.
Okay.
Like, this is AI that actually, like, grasps your goals and then takes initiative to make them happen, almost like it's got its own team working behind the scenes.
So not just following a script, but, like, actually calling the shots. That's
Exactly. Yeah. That's a fundamental shift. So think about, traditional AI, it's great at specific tasks.
Right.
Like recommending your next binge watch. It can even play chess. But agentic AI, it's all about understanding those big picture goals and then strategizing the best way to achieve them. It's like the difference between having a calculator and, like, a seasoned strategist.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Yeah.
This article from Open API Hub, it, like, breaks agentic AI down into some pretty key characteristics.
Yeah.
First up, autonomy. So what does that even mean in, like, the AI world?
This is about AI that isn't just passively waiting for instructions. Yeah. It's got its own, like, internal goals and motivations that are driving its decisions. So imagine, like, a self-driving car. It has its destination, right? But it doesn't need you to steer.
Right.
It doesn't need to tell when to brake or anything.
Yeah.
It's using sensors and AI to navigate, and it's making those judgment calls on its own.
Wow.
So that's the kind of autonomy we're talking about.
So it's not just about following, like, a pre-programmed rule book.
Right.
It can actually learn and adapt.
Exactly.
Kind of like how, we learn from our experiences.
Precisely. That adaptive learning, that's another hallmark.
Okay.
So it uses past experiences to make smarter choices in the future. It's constantly refining its approach to become more effective over time.
And this is where it gets really interesting, for me at least.
Yeah.
As a non-coder, it speaks our language.
Right.
Finally.
Natural language processing, that has been a complete game changer.
Right.
Agentic AI can understand and respond to us in a way that feels natural, intuitive.
Okay.
We're talking about AI that gets nuance.
What?
Sarcasm, the works.
No way.
It's light years beyond those early chatbots with their canned responses.
Oh, tell me about it. Those things were, like, more frustrating than helpful, like, half the time.
Totally.
So we're talking AI that can actually hold a conversation, understand context.
Absolutely.
Maybe even crack a joke or two.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond just language.
Okay.
Agentic AI is like a master networker.
Okay.
It can seamlessly integrate with other systems and tools, pull information from different sources to get the job done. So think of it like a research assistant who can access databases, analyze websites, and then put together, like, a killer presentation.
Oh, wow.
All without breaking a sweat.
That's impressive. So it's not just about, like, isolated tasks anymore.
Exactly.
We're talking about, like, connecting the dots, managing whole workflows.
Yeah.
Almost like having
like a whole team.
A whole team working for you behind the scenes.
Exactly. That's where the real power of agentic AI comes in, orchestrating those complex processes and achieving those big, hairy, audacious goals.
Okay, speaking of big and hairy.
Yeah.
This Open API Hub article gives a really interesting example. Imagine you need to, like, size up a competitor.
Okay.
Analyze their website, gather data, and then create this killer presentation.
Yeah.
Traditional AI, that would be, like, separate tools for each of those tasks.
Yeah. Right. You'd be switching between programs, copying and pasting data, losing your mind in the process.
And then with agentic AI, it's like having a whole team of specialists at your disposal.
Exactly.
A whole team of AI agents, like, working in perfect harmony. Tell me more.
Think of it like you're putting together, like, your A-team.
Okay.
But instead of Hannibal and BA, it's AI agents, and they each have their own specialty, their own area.
Okay.
So one agent might be like a web scraping whiz.
Okay.
Another one's a data analysis guru.
Okay.
And then the third one is like this presentation design maestro.
Oh, wow.
And they all work together, seamlessly passing information between them laser focused on that goal.
Wow, that's like blowing my mind right now.
Right.
So how do we actually like build the brain behind this agentic AI? How do we go from like lines of code to something that feels like it's
right? That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And this article points to an expert, Harrison Chase.
Okay.
He's the founder of LangChain, and he breaks it down into 4 key parts.
Okay.
He talks about planning, memory, tools, and action.
Okay.
And these are like the fundamental building blocks of an agentic AI's, cognitive toolkit.
So like equipping the AI with like the mental muscle it needs
Exactly.
to like operate independently.
Exactly.
Like building a brain from scratch.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about giving the AI the capacity to think strategically, to learn from experience, and to adapt to new situations.
Okay, I'm hooked. Break it down. What does each of these parts do?
Okay, so let's start with planning.
Okay.
This is where the AI maps out the best route to its goal, like a GPS for problem solving.
Good.
And this might involve, breaking a complex task down into smaller, more manageable steps.
Okay.
Identifying potential roadblocks, basically creating a roadmap to success.
So it's not just about like taking action.
Yeah.
It's about like strategically thinking about
like how do
the best course of action, like chess, right?
Exactly. And that's where memory comes in.
Yeah.
So the AI stores information from its past experiences, right?
Right.
And it builds up this knowledge base that it can then use to inform its planning and its decision making.
So it's like got a mental library of past,
successes and failures.
Successes, yeah.
To learn.
It learns from its experience.
That's so cool.
It is.
Okay.
So now to actually put its plan into action, it needs tools.
Tools. Okay.
And these could be anything from like software applications, databases, APIs, basically giving it access to the resources it needs to,
to do its thing.
To flex its digital muscles.
Yeah, giving a master chef all the ingredients and utensils they need to make their culinary masterpiece.
That's a great analogy.
Okay, cool.
And finally, we have action.
Okay.
This is where the AI steps out of the planning phase and it goes into the real world.
Okay.
It uses its tools.
Okay.
It draws on its memory, and it navigates any unexpected detours along the way.
And like learning that whole time, right?
Absolutely. Constantly iterating, refining its approach.
Becoming more sophisticated over time.
It's like we've come a long way from those early chatbots.
I know, right?
I remember trying to get like travel recommendations from one, and it like kept suggesting destinations on Mars.
Oh, I remember those days.
Not quite ready for prime time,
You ask a simple question, and you get a response that's somewhere between nonsensical and vaguely insulting. It's like, come on.
But now we're talking about AI that can not only like understand what we're asking, but like anticipate our needs, connect the dots.
Totally.
Maybe even offer some witty banter along the way.
That's right. That's the beauty of this evolution, right?
Right.
So we've gone from basic chatbots with canned responses to AI that can understand context, hold a conversation. And now with agentic AI, we're talking about taking initiative, managing those workflows, making those big picture decisions.
It's like going from a horse and buggy to like a high-speed rail in terms of like capability. And speaking of real-world applications, like where are we actually seeing this make its mark? What kind of impact is it already having?
Well, one of the most like exciting areas, I think, is data visualization.
Okay.
Imagine a team of these AI agents, right?
Right.
Working behind the scenes to create these super insightful reports.
Okay.
So you got one agent pulling the data.
Okay.
Another one's analyzing it for trends.
Right.
And then the third one's whipping up like stunning visuals to communicate those findings.
And all that happens without me having to like wrestle with spreadsheets.
That's the idea.
Or design software. Sign me up.
Right. It's about freeing up your time and brain power so you can focus on the bigger picture.
Okay.
Another area where it's already making waves is customer service.
Oh, okay.
So instead of those clunky chatbots, that can barely answer a simple question.
If you can even get a hold of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine an AI agent that actually understands your needs. And it provides like personalized solutions. Almost like you've got your own dedicated concierge for every question, concern.
Now that's customer service I can get behind. No more navigating those automated phone menus of doom.
Exactly.
So it's not just about like answering questions. It's like...
No, it's about anticipating.
Anticipating needs, right?
Needs. proactively solving problems.
Wow.
Before they even come up.
That's amazing. So it's like...
It's about that seamless, intuitive experience where you feel heard, you feel understood. Yeah. And the best part is, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're talking about transforming industries.
Wow.
From healthcare to finance, marketing, education, you name it.
It's really incredible to think about, like, all the possibilities.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about this superpowered AI,
yeah,
what does this mean for, like,
the
future of work, right?
Fit in.
Are we all going to be out of a job?
Right. And it's a question that comes up a lot.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Right.
But I think it's less about AI replacing us and more about how we can work together, each playing to our strength. So imagine a world where all those mundane tasks, the repetitive stuff, all that's handled by AI. So that frees us up to focus on creativity, on strategy, on problem solving, on building those relationships.
That sounds a lot like my dream job description.
Right.
So it's more about, like, collaboration than competition.
It's about augmenting our abilities, not becoming obsolete. And as this technology continues to evolve, we can expect even more personalization, I think, with systems that are tailored to our own needs, our preferences.
It learns how I work.
Yeah, so imagine your own, like, personalized AI assistant that knows your style, knows how you work, anticipates your needs, and helps you achieve those goals professionally, personally.
Okay, now you're just reading my mind.
Yeah.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
Right.
But also a little bit like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So much change coming. So what's the one big question our listeners should just, like, asking themselves as they,
as
we navigate this brave new world?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is to just be curious, be open.
Right.
Don't be afraid to experiment, explore those possibilities and see how it can, help you work smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder. I think that's like my new life motto.
I love it.
This has been incredible. Like, so much to process, so much to be excited about.
Me too. And remember, this is just the beginning. This is constantly evolving. And the possibilities really are limitless.
It's so true. Huge thank you to our expert for breaking it all down for us today.
Happy to be here.
And to our listeners, as always, stay curious, stay informed.
Absolutely.
Keep those questions coming. We'll catch you in the next deep dive.